I had to do my hair and eyebrows before I started filming this video because I foresee the train wreck that this is about to be. You saw it in the title. We are giving makeup I hate a second chance. I have a few products right here that I've tried over the last year or so, some of them very recently, and I'm going to give them all a second, or in some cases third and fourth chance. I'm going to use them differently. I'm going to see if we can make them work somehow. We shall see. Anyways, I simply cannot wait to get started, so let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, I have my hair out of my way, and I'm not including any eyebrow products in this video because eyebrow products sometimes don't work for me, and that is okay. I feel like I do my eyebrows in a non-traditional way, so products for eyebrows that don't work for me can absolutely be excellent for other people. I have very stubborn eyebrows, so I don't really have eyebrow products that I hate. So the products that I'm going to feature in today's video are products that not only do they not work for me, but I highly question whether they work for anyone, and so we are going to give them another chance. A couple of them I'm going to apply differently than when I first tried them and see if that changes anything for me. And we are starting with this right here. This is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint. I tried this one this month and it was a hot mess. It does not build up, it gets clumpy when you try and do it, it doesn't cover much. There's just a lot that I don't understand about it, and even though it says Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint, they're trying to spin it as if like you could use it as a primer type of a product, which I think that might have been some sort of an afterthought. Anyway, so I put some right here on my fingers, and I do have a little bit of a flare up right now, so we can see how much it covers. And I'm going to apply it with my hands, which is not something that I usually do, but it is what some of the comments on the review video suggested that I did with this one. And I already... Do you see that? Oh my god. Okay. Let's keep working it. Don't mind the streaks. We're going to try and make this one work. I was told if you apply it with your hands, it'll work just fine. I feel like it just created so much texture. And I'm applying it with my hands, which a lot of people said that that was what I was doing wrong. Still really shitty looking if you ask me, but here we are, giving it another chance. I do know that I have the wrong color on this, by the way, but it was kind of hard to match myself online. And I'm not just going to try it in today's video as a tint like I did when I reviewed it, but I'm going to use it as a primer. I have another foundation I want to use on top. I mean, I'm not even sure that I want to keep blending it out because what's the point? So the sponge definitely does not work. The hand is no better. Like, this looks disastrous. And the way I fixed it last time was with a makeup brush, which mainly what a makeup brush does is just like take off majority of the product. But I guess we will do that this time as well, just to kind of make it work-ish. Okay, the brush once again kind of came to the rescue. You can still see some texture. My face does look glowy because this product does have some sort of highlighting product in there, but my conclusion is that I still hate it. So that is that. Okay, so the next product on my hates list is this fancy thing right here. This is the Gucci foundation. I have mine in the color 220 Neutral. I look very pale right now. This looks a little darker than my complexion. So I'm hoping this paleness plus this might just equal my actual skin color. If not, that's okay. Anyways, this foundation never worked for me. I'm just going to start applying it with the brush. I remember that it emphasized my pores. It looked kind of thick on my skin. It didn't set very well for me. Lots of things I didn't love about this one, so we are going to give it another chance today. And this one I have actually tried to make work quite a few times since I bought it, but I never succeeded. And so, I don't know, I wanted to talk about it in this video. I remember also that one of the main things that I didn't like about this one was that I got 220 Neutral and that should have been a good color for me. But as you can see, it looks so yellow. The colors were weird to say the least. And I actually do know one person that this foundation works for, my friend Charlotte Holcroft. She loves this one. I've heard her rave about it. So I guess this one is not bad for everyone, but on me it looks like an absolute disaster. Okay, so here's the Gucci foundation on, and I know I'm not doing it any favors putting it on top of the Jaclyn tint, but I promise you that if you watch my original review video where I tried it with the Gucci primer, which by the way, I love the Gucci primer, it still did not look good on me at all. But this is what we have right here. I'm going to lower the light and show you how yellow I look. I feel a little zombie-esque. I feel like it looks so yellow that I kind of look green right now. But let's keep going. I definitely have a lot more makeup I hate coming up. I'm back. I just applied some concealer and I feel like it somehow made everything look so much better than it looked a minute ago. But I mean, my skin still looks textured, so I guess not that much, but you know, it helped a little bit. We are going to move on though to some bronzer. And I want to give this bronzer a second chance. I already know I'm not going to like it because this is the most yellow bronzer I have ever seen in my life. This looks like baby poop. I consider that I have a neutral undertone. Right now I have a foundation that has a yellow tint to it. So like maybe a yellow bronzer on top of a yellow foundation will look okay. We will test that out today. But as far as I'm concerned, this cannot be flattering on anyone. So let's go ahead and apply it. By the way, the color I have is amber. I've heard that some of the other tones are better, but definitely stay away from this one. So let's... It's so yellow. Okay, let's apply it. Oh, it's not even blending out easily. I felt like when I first tried this, it blended out much nicer than it is right now. And I've had it for less than a year. It's so yellow. It's so yellow. Okay, let's keep going. I'm no quitter. This right here is a bronzer with a neutral undertone from e.l.f. And this is what a swatch of a neutral bronzer looks like right here. And then this is a swatch of the Anastasia one next to it. Can you see how yellow that is? I still can't even believe this product exists, to be honest. And I'm blending it in with my foundation brush. And here is my bronzed look. What can I say? It did not pass the second chance test, you know? It still looks like baby poop on me, which is not very flattering at all. Let's keep going. I have powders coming next, and there are two powders that I'm like, why? Why? Let's start with this one. This is an under eye brightening powder meant to set your concealer with. It's from Jaclyn Cosmetics. Mine is the lightest one I believe she came out with. She does have a bunch of different colors of this one. And my thing with this one is Jaclyn has dry skin. And she swears by this. She's like, it just makes your under eyes look so smooth. And I could not agree less with that statement. I feel like this is so thick underneath your eyes. It's so cakey. It accentuates every single line. It makes me look crepey. It makes me look older. I don't like it. But let's put it on. So I'm going to use my favorite brush to set my under eyes with, which is this one from Wayne Goss. And I'm going to grab a little bit of this color down here. I don't want it to be too bright. And I'm just going to tap it on top of my concealer. Keep in mind that the concealer I have on is one that I really like because I didn't really have a concealer I hate to feature in this video. So I'm just going to powder right there. And same thing over here. And I'm just going to use it for my under eyes because I want to talk about this one next and I'll put it everywhere else. But check it out right here. I'm going to lower the light. See how it immediately starts looking dry and accentuating my texture. Like you couldn't see those bumps so clearly before. Just like, it's not good. So next, let's go ahead and apply the Tatcha Silk Powder. I love the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. It is one of my favorite products ever. So when this came out, I was super excited about it. I was so thrilled. I paid like $60 for it, which is outrageous for a powder to begin with. And then for it to be so bad. Anyways, let's let the powder speak for itself. I'm going to just grab a little bit of it with very fluffy brush. I'm going to take some of that off and leave it on the cap right here. I think I'm just going to like buff with it. I don't want to apply too much. And right here on the forehead. Now I remember having two main issues with the Tatcha powder. Issue number one was that it just clung to like weird places on my face. It made some areas look drier. And with some foundations, you like touch here, for example, and like it won't move from there. Like you can't even buff it out. It just sticks to like weird places. It does make my face look a little bit too dry. But also, I remember having a very big issue with this making my foundations look yellow because I have the yellow Gucci foundation on today with the even more yellow Anastasia bronzer. I can't even tell. I can't even tell if it made my face look more yellow because I looked yellow already to begin with. So in that sense, maybe I should give it another chance. And I did use it very sparingly today. I buffed it into my brush, buffed the brush into my skin. So I think out of everything I've tried today, I'm going to keep trying this powder. I'm going to next time try it on top of products that I love and see if I can maybe make it work with this technique a little better. I did spend a lot of money on it. I really wanted to love it, but it was such a big disappointment for me when I first got it that it just sort of sat in my drawer for a long time, and I maybe should have given it more chances. So the Tatcha powder, I think I'm going to try a third and fourth time with this different technique and see if I like it better like this. I'm not a huge powder person to begin with, but this one just seems to have such a thin formula that I really always thought that it would work for me, and so maybe I can still make this one work. However, all of the products that I've sandwiched on so far, you can definitely see how textured my skin looks. You can see that it's starting to look dry around my mouth already, and the under eye powder, look at that. The under eyes are creased and dry looking all at the same time. Let's move on to the next product, and this one is the newest product that I hate in my collection, and unfortunately it is from one of my favorite brands, Charlotte Tilbury. She just released these matte eyes to hypnotize. I got it in 3 different colors because I thought I was going to love it so much, and it is the driest thing I've ever tried. However, in the comments of that video, even though a lot of reviewers had the same opinion as me, some of you guys suggested that I should try it a different way, and so that is what we are going to do today. Instead of applying it directly with a brush the way I was doing, I'm going to try and grab some with my finger, apply it on my eyelid with my finger, and then blend it out from there. And I'm also going to try it with a wet brush because that was also suggested. So I'm going to try it all of the different ways. And I got the black shade because with the black shade you can much more clearly see the issues that the product has. I haven't cleaned this brush since I first tried it, and you can see how stiff it left my brush looking right here. But I do want to use the same brush because it is a synthetic, dense type of a brush, so it really was the best one at moving the product around in my opinion. I'm cleaning it right now with my Sephora brush cleaner right here. Like new. Okay, let's do this. And I don't know if you guys have noticed yet, but I am missing a fingernail, which is actually kind of perfect because I need to get my finger in here, and so that is what we are going to do right now. Okay, I grabbed a lot. When I melt it with my finger, it feels pretty creamy, so let's see if this is what is going to make the difference for us. I'm going to apply it with my finger all over my eyelid, and then we have to move quick, so okay, applied with the finger. Let me clean my finger. I already made a mess, but we're going to disregard the mess because I just want to blend it and make it work for me. Blend, blend, blend. And I'm going to diffuse these edges. I mean, we definitely did something different here. Because the product does move a lot more, but as you can see, it kind of also got wiped away when I blended it. Like, it didn't just blend the edges, it just like took everything off. Okay, let's look at the positives. I blended the crease, so we're just going to go back with my finger and tap it on my eyelid and see if we can blend it just enough that it looks like a smoky eye. Okay, back with my brush. I'm going to see if I can just blend the edges. No. See, even with the melting it on my finger technique, it's either, I don't know. See, and as soon as it dries down, it's impossible to blend. I feel like when I first did it, it was like a little bit too much and too wet, so it moved too quickly. But then when I did it the second time, I went in with more and it immediately started getting dry. And once it does that, it creates all sorts of trouble. Okay, I'm going back with a brush and some product this time, and I'm trying to just build it up like that. No, it still looks patchy. If you haven't seen my review video on these Charlotte eyeshadows, I highly recommend it. I was a little bit less messy in my review video because I feel like this mess was created by me applying too much product with my finger to begin with, but it also didn't work. So I'm going to try again on this eye. I'm going to go in with less product on my finger the first time, and I'm going to tap it all over my eyelid once again. My brush is clean once again, and I'm going to see if I can blend this on the crease. Are we doing something here? I don't know. Okay, second layer with my finger, and once again back with the brush, just back and forth. No. I was also going to try it with a wet brush, but I don't know that it's going to make any difference because even when the product is still creamy on this side, it just goes away. Okay, I'm going to wet my brush. I have to try everything. I'm determined. And with the wet brush, I'm going to grab the product from here and then apply it with my wet brush. This one I'm not even giving a second chance. I feel like I've done chances 3, 4, and 5 in this video. Okay, so the wet brush also doesn't work because it just comes off patchy in some places. We can do like a black swan look with this one, just like purposely make it look like a hot mess. What do you think? Okay, so this was a no too. Try number 6. Yeah, the wet brush is really not it. I'm trying to just go in with the wet brush from the pot, and it just doesn't do much for this product. I feel like the first time I tried it just by like adding little by little with the brush on my original review video, I was able to make it work better than I am today. But I really wanted to try it with different techniques to see if maybe I could somehow make it work. But as you can see, it's definitely going to be a no. And now I ruined this one here, which, I mean, it didn't look good to begin with, but dang. I don't even know what to say about this one. I am sorry. This is unfortunately definitely like top of the list of hated products right here. Like, what? This is crazy. Very closely followed by the Baby Poop Bronzer, by the way. Alright, I only have one more product to go, and that is the REM Beauty Mascara. This is the volumizing one, and it does not do much for me at all, so it made it to this video right here. Now, if you watched my REM Beauty review, you would know that the product I actually hated the most from that video was the gloss that made my lips look super goopy and sticky and like disgusting. However, I tossed that gloss as soon as I finished filming that video because I could not believe how bad that gloss was. Like, it was horrible. So I can't even show you it today because I literally don't have it. It was that bad that I couldn't even stand to see it around this room anywhere. Okay, here is the volumizing mascara from REM Beauty. As you can see, she doesn't do much for my lashes. So that is the last product I wanted to mention in today's video. I guess the positive thing we took out of the video was that I do plan on giving this Tatcha powder one more chance. I'm going to try it on with makeup that I actually like wearing. I'm going to use the buffing it into my brush and then buffing it into my face technique and see how that works on products that I do like. So that is the positive, but everything else I mentioned in this video, I feel the exact same way about as I did at the beginning of the video. Like, the rest of these products are just like, no, they're a no. Anyways, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this train wreck. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave. If you're new to my channel, I am usually a lot more positive in my videos than I was today, so I would love it if you were here to stay. Don't leave without subscribing. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye!